And I thought, I was like, who wants to go wedding dress shopping? I do.
This season on Shahs of Sunset.
Everyone needs to turn up!
Connection is not available right now. Please try your call again later.
Welcome to Big Bear.
Can we just go right to our trip?
Surprise! You're staying here!
I don't want to die. I still need to find my husband.
Guys, this is Nima.
I got the bright yellow and I got the rosé glass to go. Nima's feeling your ass a little bit.
I should be married with children right now.
You are gonna find the person who deserves you.
Very sweet guy.
I don't like that it's cheesy. You f***ing called off a marriage? You think I'm not gonna call off a marriage?
Next step, kids. Gotta see how much money's left.
Hey guys, we are live with the Shahs of Sunset star Mercedes MJ Javid. Thank you for coming in and talking to us about the new season.
Yay, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so what this new season is huge for you. You got married.
I definitely do have a lot of life events this season. The best of times, the worst of times.
Right.
I had a really beautiful wedding. I'm so proud of it. We planned it in about a month.
Why so quick?
You know, I think I'm the anti-Monica Geller.
Okay, got it. Oh, thank you.
Right, but then I was very, very fortunate to have just the most amazingly talented wedding planner.
Yeah.
And she made me feel so comfortable. She's so competent, and Best Bride LA is her name.
Okay.
So her handle, and so when you have someone who kind of finishes your sentences and gets the vibe, and she's Persian, but she's also Americanized, so that she didn't alienate Tommy at all. She really had
like a blend.
A perfect blend to preserve cultures from both sides and have them both be involved.
Was it everything you hoped for and more, your wedding?
Yes, it was everything I hoped for. It was which was a room full of love.
Okay.
I wanted a small wedding. I believe I sort of accomplished that.
It seemed I saw some pictures. There were a good number of people there.
It was like, okay, so then you have to invite the people that whose feelings you don't want to hurt.
Right. Okay. So how big are we talking?
Like less than 200, more than 150, 172 or something like that.
Okay, that's quite big for some people. We'll say medium.
Okay. For Persians, it's intimate.
Okay.
Intimate.
In that case, yes.
And I think for Queen's kids, it's also considered intimate.
Okay, got it.
I was happy.
You paired back. Were there any surprises from the wedding that things that didn't go the way you thought they would?
I never thought that I would fall.
But it wasn't a full-on fall, right?
I guess it wasn't. I don't know. I never thought that I was going to be, that the adrenaline was going to overtake me so much.
Okay.
I thought I was this cool bride that was going to be able to handle everything.
Yeah.
But there was such an adrenaline rush, which I can only compare to like being held up at gunpoint. Like it was an out-of-body experience.
Wow.
It was really a strong feeling. Like I danced the whole entire night.
That's nice.
And I hate dancing.
You had a dress that you could move in too? What do you mean you're not good at dancing?
I really don't feel, sometimes my body feels locked and I just thought I was gonna sit down the whole time.
Okay. Oh, and just watch people on the dance floor.
Yeah, DJ Yoav was like, you're the bride. If you don't dance, no one else is gonna dance. And I was like, well, then it's just not gonna be that kind of wedding. Everybody danced. It was a 9-hour-long thing.
Okay, that's quite long. For fans of the show, they've seen you go from I'm not interested in marriage to, you know, in it to win it, to exchanging vows. Well, now the season exchanging vows. What changed? Do you know the moment that things changed for you?
Meeting the right person.
Okay,
and
that'll do it.
It's all of the feeling of taking a risk on love and yourself.
Yeah.
Really having compassion for someone. I mean, Tommy's really such an easy guy to fall in love with because we laugh so much together every day.
It's important.
It is, and we just, I mean, he looks into my eyes like the 4th of July is going on in his face, and so, you know, I fall in love with that. I can't help it.
Yeah, I love that. We have a question from Carrie. MJ, you are so beautiful. Oh, not a question.
Oh.
You are so beautiful. Congrats to you and Tommy.
Thank you. Is there a camera I should be looking in?
She's right over there. Yeah, we've got
Carrie,
people.
thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you find love if you haven't already.
That's very sweet. Now, you had been open about wanting kids shortly after getting married.
Yes.
Can you tell us where you are in that journey now?
We are ready to have a baby.
Okay.
We have almost completed the process, and a couple of times right before the surgery, I had to have surgery. Did I say right before the transfer? I had to have a surgery.
Okay.
This is what, if in case I jumbled my
Yeah.
words. I have, basically, my uterus has to be ready, and we had a couple of surprises that it wasn't. There were polyps. I had to get them removed so that when we do the transfer of the embryos, that it will hold. So, this is a very superstitious conversation topic.
Okay.
I pray that it's in the cards for me to be a mom very soon.
So we're not at embryo transfer yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
This could be vodka if I wanted it to be.
Oh, do you want? We can switch it out if you want.
It's too early. Maybe in 6 hours.
You had talked about freezing your embryos. Are you grateful for that decision?
Extremely. And I really want all the women who are single and 35 years old to run to their fertility doctors and get it done. Do not believe, and I just think it's really awful to wait and put it off until you're over 40, because you're just increasing your odds and you're just making it harder for yourself.
Sure.
And don't worry about the cost, and don't worry about, it is a lot of hormones that can make us feel crazy.
Right.
But of course I am happy, because I wasn't really willing to have a child unless I was going to be married first.
Yeah, traditional in that way.
Traditional in that way.
Do you know how many kids you want?
2.
Are you and your husband on the same page about that?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yes, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that helps. That makes things a little bit easier.
I mean, we could even adopt one.
You could.
Yeah.
You definitely could.
Maybe.
Now, there's this happy moment of getting married, but we also know that you lost your dad this season. How was that taping when you found out that news? Was that hard for you to do both, to still keep, you've been so open throughout your entire time on the show?
It was definitely shock.
Yeah.
And it was definitely I know that I grieved my father, the loss of the relationship as his health was deteriorating.
Sure.
And there were months on end where I would just crawl into bed with my dad and just give him as much love and comfort and kisses and anything that I could have possibly done, advocated for his health. And when he passed, I'm sure that a part of me will never be the same. But for anyone else who is afraid of those things, just know that you will, have the strength to make sense of, God's plan for everyone.
But I mean, that I cannot imagine going through that experience and also going through that with everyone watching. But you've been so gracious to allow everyone in for your life for these years.
I think it's, when someone goes on a TV show about themselves and they want to hide their life, then they should really think about switching their jobs.
This is true. Maybe a little piece of advice more people could take.
Right.
Lindsay asks, are your mom and husband getting along still?
Lindsay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Lindsay, it is a love affair with Vida and Tommy. We have my mom over all the time. They just yap on and on about politics and movies and actors, and then we cook together, and she loves to dote on him, believe it or not. She loves to call him her handsome son-in-law, and I think it's wonderful. Tommy provides a security blanket for my mom, and he makes her feel safe in the world. they have each other's back, and that's a really cool thing to see.
That is cool, because she was resistant at the beginning to him. When did she come around?
She really just needed to get to know him. Because listen, do you do this where you are dating someone and you just are the only one that wants to get to know that person?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. So you don't need for him to fall in love with your friends or your parents. You just want to get to know them, and then he kind of proposed very early. I wasn't expecting it, so at that point she was really blindsided by the proposal.
Like, who is this man who's marrying my daughter?
Exactly. Now they've gotten a chance to know each other, and she really finds him to be reliable, and that's her favorite quality in another person, is dependable, reliable, dedicated to me, and he sees that he's family oriented. And
so she was on board with Tommy before the wedding happened.
Yes, she was.
That's good.
She was, and even more so as the process, getting married, the decisions that we were making together. Now that we're married, she's even happier. It's really strange.
It must also be good for your relationship with her if she and your husband are not at odds.
It's true.
How's your relationship with your mom? I mean, are you two closer than ever? What's going on with the two of you?
The best shift was the unfortunate loss of my father. It actually made my mom more nurturing toward me.
Wow.
So our relationship has gotten so much better because she, I think, probably freaked out and thought, what is my daughter going to do? She's lost her father. And I think it made her become more motherly and more maternal toward me and kind. And really, I mean, I'm honestly overwhelmed right now just describing it to you. It's really wonderful that you can be in your 40s and have a relationship. I'm sure it can happen at any age.
Sure.
And see a dynamic shift with your family.
But a new positive shift like that is incredible.
Right.
One that you're not expecting probably at this chapter in life.
That's right.
Erica said, "Love you, Mercedes. So excited for this season of Shahs." And April said, "You look beautiful. Congrats on your marriage."
Erica and April, thank you so much. And I love working on the relationship. I love making him feel loved and planning surprises and date nights and trying new things together.
What is a date night for the two of you?
We actually like to stay home and cook.
Okay.
So
do you have a specialty?
Well, we get this delivery system where they give us the raw ingredients.
Okay.
And that's the same night where we'll, light the candles, eat at the table.
Set the mood a little bit.
Exactly. And, the other nights of the week, I'm in a hole watching anything on Bravo, and he's watching sports.
I like you're faithful
Yes.
to Bravo.
Oh, I've officially canceled any other channel. I just black them out.
Wait, what else are you loving on Bravo?
Obsessed with Southern Charm, obsessed with Below Deck, New York, Potomac.
Do you have a favorite housewife?
You mean one favorite of all?
Okay, fine. Give me top 3.
Oh, I can't. I really like Kelly Dodd these days.
I do too.
You do?
Yeah, I like this new season for her.
Kelly Dodd, call me. Let's hang out sometime. I'm all about, because we're all so close to each other.
Yeah.
Dorinda, for sure. We're supposed to see each other while we're here. And who else? I can't think of a person.
Don't mess with Dorinda, though.
Oh, I won't.
Yeah, because you see
I'm
how
not
she handles
Bethany.
that. Or Sonia.
Can we talk? Do you know what my biggest problem in life is?
What?
That I don't have someone to talk to after an episode.
Really?
I
No
could
one?
probably sit here until the middle of next June and just talk about everything.
Oh, no, I mean, we could keep going. We could talk
Forever.
about how hard it's been for me to watch Bethany and Carol ripped apart, but it's been a
I
season.
know.
But
The whole whose side are you on?
wait, whose
think-
side are you on?
Well, I don't think it should be Bethany or Carol. I
Okay.
think it's more like Bethany and everybody else.
It is Bethany and everybody else, except for Sonia.
Oh, and hello, Luann.
She's kind of like a switch. She's sometimes there. She's
been
in and
bringing
out.
it. What about Karen Huger from Potomac?
Yeah, wait a minute. We're gonna go down a hole. We're here to talk about Shahs. Shannon said, "Can we get a show with just you and Tommy
And Vita?
and Vita?"
Can we
Sure.
have, and my baby, my unborn baby, can she or he also be on the show, please?
Yeah.
And can my dogs also be on the show? The answer is yes.
Okay, hopefully she's a casting director too. Then we can get that together.
That's right. Please also be a casting director, Mary. Okay.
And Mary said, "So excited about this season. Love you on the show."
Thank you. Thank you.
So we saw a little bit from the preview. What are we going to see this season that's different from last season's?
Well, I really am proud of Golnessa. I really think that she started to make a lot of positive changes in her life.
Okay.
And, you know, no one is perfect. We all have, you know, good moments and not so good moments, but we are living our lives on camera, and the way that it's edited is the way it is. It's just not as though we can say, oh, I didn't like that outfit, or I didn't look very good that day, or maybe I shouldn't have used this cuss word. It's just, it's all out there, right?
Right.
So I'm proud of Golnessa. I think that she is making really positive changes.
Yeah.
I am proud that Mike has bought a house. So
Yeah.
I hope that's not a spoiler alert, but
No, we
he's
see it.
all the time.
I think we know a little bit about
yeah,
that.
he's building, so that's really making investment in his future. And some things never change. He's still dating a few girls, so I do want to put him in a timeout so badly, because I like the girl that he is with this season, and her name's Morgan, and she's awesome. Who else?
Wait, Golnessa.
Yes.
So she had a very quick marriage. Will we see him come back, Shalom come back this season, or no?
I don't know what other people do, and I try not to pry in her situation with him. I'm not a big fan of Shalom personally. I'm a big fan of her and a supporter of everything that makes her happy. I do think that he made her happy, but now they're going through this divorce. So,
were you shocked by the divorce?
you know, I was just disappointed that they couldn't make it work.
Yeah.
But you never know. You never know. They're young. They still have the hopeful ability to make positive changes in their life.
That's very optimistic about you.
I can't help it.
But we see you and Golnessa have a moment in the preview.
That was so crazy.
What happened? I was like, are they about to fight?
You know, I wish I could tell you exactly what that was.
Could you tell me if you would win in a fight versus Golnessa?
Well, I'm much more built than her, but I don't condone the physical violence.
That's true.
You've never seen me ever defend myself, even if someone has physically assaulted me.
That's why I was like, these two, no, don't do it. But
no, here's the thing. That was a very, very, very good scene in our lives.
Okay.
It was very real.
Alrighty.
And it was, I'm dying to tell you. I can't.
We also see her cry. Well, she's like against the wall, but she's on the upswing in her life now. You're telling us.
I know. That was funny.
That's what I'm hoping.
She probably, if someone woke her up before she wanted to, before she got her 8 hours. Doesn't everyone deserve 8 hours?
Everybody ideally does. Marco says, designers of the outfit you wore today.
Oh, you know, this is going to be a free endorsement. I'm going to just say, actually, I might not give them a free endorsement. I would love to. It's not that hard to figure out, but I'm going to say today's outfit is inspired by Cardi B. I am in New York City, and I have a queen's husband, so end of story.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like the homage to Cardi B too.
Thank you for liking it. I do too. And one more thing. This is kind of the completion of the outfit.
Yeah, this is how she came in.
And there is a white crocodile something leather, but it's not real croc. Hi.
Oh, hey. Oh, just a casual little Monday look in New York.
Yes, a little Monday.
Now, a lot of you guys were friends from high school.
Yes.
How have you kept the relationship healthy and intact over the years? Because that's hard to do. You can't just keep it stuck together because you're on a show together. You have to nurture it. You have to. What have you done to stay friends with these people?
I have so much love for my friends. I just want to. I can squeeze them like to death. They are Shervin's such a sweet, smart, funny brother figure in my life, and Reza makes life sweeter, and Golnessa is like a sister to me. Destiny, who is a new couple of years now, she's been with the show, is just like a breath of fresh air, like a spunky little...
She was at your wedding?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, you know, Reza and I have had our ups and downs, so have Golnessa and I.
Sure.
Mike goes into his modes where sometimes he just goes away and he doesn't want to, you know, I guess that's when he's like really dating. I don't know. And then I don't hear from him for a second and I'll be like, you're going to answer my call and we're going to go out to dinner tonight, all of us. And I'll be like, okay, baby, I'm sorry, anytime, anyone. You know, so we're just really, I guess, like obsessed with each other.
That can help.
We love each other.
Now, Reza and Adam have had ups and downs in their relationship. How are they doing now? We see a little bit of them talking about family planning. What's going on with their relationship?
Oh, it's stressful because Reza is overseeing a brand new house being built from the ground up.
Yeah.
And it's almost complete, and that costs a lot of money. Mm-hmm. And so does finding a surrogate.
Right.
So I think that Reza and Adam have to figure out what you'll see this season is how they're going to navigate their way through, having it all and planning properly for it and making compromises, the two of them.
Yeah. It's interesting that both you and Reza are in this similar chapter of your lives now, post-marriage and onto babies.
I know. He really wants us to have babies together at the same time.
That would be really cute.
It would be so cute.
Yeah, that could actually work for your spin-off.
Oh yeah, that's true. So the spin-off isn't just me. It's me, Reza, Adam, our babies, my mom and my husband, and our dogs. Oh, and they have like 25 cats.
Yeah, okay, there's that too. That might be a bit much. Now, Asa became pregnant at 40, and there was this speculation that she had frozen embryos and she hadn't been straightforward about that. Did she ever come clean and say, you know what, you guys were right, or has she maintained the story that she's had from the beginning?
She shared her story on the reunion, and she's just focused on her baby.
Yeah.
And, she and I haven't really communicated about that since then.
Have you guys communicated at all? We sort of saw the collapse of your relationship with her before. Do you think there's any chance, if you're not communicating now, that you guys might have a relationship in the future?
I think it would be lovely to have that, but I think we both have a sense of peace about our lives respectively, even if we're not speaking, and so, she'll send me a kind message and vice versa once in a while.
That's positive.
For something really important.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's better than active bad blood.
There's no bad blood. And I mean, what you saw all happened.
Right.
And that's it.
Yeah, and there were words exchanged between her and about you and your mom, and I know like you're tough and protective, so once that line is crossed, it can be tricky.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all hope that we all have meaningful, authentic relationships with our friends.
That's great. Now, you had just posted a Transformation Tuesday picture.
Okay.
Which was awesome. You talk about body confidence. You said, self-confidence is determined by yourself. Everyone else's opinion is fundamentally irrelevant. How do you keep the momentum and the self-esteem up like that in the world we're in today?
The truth is that I have a lot of ups and downs, moment to moment, especially on the hormones from the IVF stuff. So
yeah, I can only imagine.
You retain a lot of water. You feel, really great one moment and then terrible another moment, and that's the reason why I share. Because, in my Instagram stories, for instance, I'll say, I don't feel good today, but I want everyone else to know not to beat themselves up, to be kind to yourself, and know that those days happen to everyone, because that's how we connect to people.
Yeah.
Is if you're going through something and you and I share that, how much, we just close the gap between the two of us.
Yeah.
So, body confidence at any size, loving yourself at any size is very important to me. Just traveling from LAX to JFK, for example, a lot of women come up to me on the street and say, I just want you to know I wear shorts and you make me feel confident in my body, and I really, really get happy when I get to see that I'm making that impact on other women or men.
No, it's good. Sarah said, how's Mike's dating life?
Very busy, Sarah. Mike's dating life is very, very busy.
I think that's pretty straight to the point. Wait, back to body confidence. Is there advice you would give someone who isn't particularly confident in the skin that they're in?
This is what I do. I spend even more time in the shower. I spend more time using those products that make you slather on something that's going to make your skin feel softer.
And smell good.
Right. If you just want to put a ponytail on, make that a pretty ponytail, and then just in these little ways that you make the choice. Like if you know that shoe is going to put you in a bad mood, then wear the one that's going to make you feel good. So every single thing is so, it's like little bits and pieces that just elevate our mood. And get rid of, completely donate all of the things that make you feel mediocre. You don't need it. You know, you just get rid of it. Just like this t-shirt is, like maybe it's your 5 top favorite. I'm just gonna say it is, because I like it. So I would say, I only need 5 t-shirts in my rotation, and that's it.
Yeah, but you've got a lot of looks. You must be cleaning out that closet. You've got tons of clothes. I've seen you rock sort of every different kind of thing.
When I donate to Out of the Closet, I always announce it on my Instagram, so people can run over and get some stuff, and that way, you know.
Goes to a good cause.
Yes.
And I love that you've done some nude Instagrams lately,
The
too.
heaviest that I did.
That was?
Yeah.
Was it hard for you to post it? Were you thought, I'm gonna do this now?
I'm like, I want to learn a little bit like from what dancers and people like Beyonce do, like people who know exactly how to, you know, maintain their posture and, you know, do the angles, and, you know, you could be nude but nothing is really showing, and, you know, just, I want to learn the things that models are obviously extremely skilled at what they do. They just make it look easy.
Yeah.
But, you know, we can also learn to play with the camera, and I think when you see that, you surprise yourself, and then you elevate your self-confidence that way, because how often does a woman who isn't a model really going to be spending time posing in front of a camera?
Yeah, you're so positive, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Because I know when you're out there on Instagram and social media, there are seas of trolls. How do you deal with that? Do you ignore them all? Do you ever respond? How do you maintain that positivity in the face of that?
Most of the time, I do not respond. When I see another public figure clap back and it makes me laugh, then I become a fan of that clap back. And I don't want to give someone who's being a troll any attention.
Right.
But once in a while, you know, your fans will take care of it for you. And once in a while, you won't read them at all. And sometimes you can just say love and light to that person, and then they'll feel really stupid. Right before the show is coming out, I'm bracing myself for a lot of negativity, but then I'll probably tap out of Instagram and social platforms and not focus.
That's a wise exercise in self-care then, because you know what you need.
Right, you can post what you want to say, but you do not need to have the comments
Right, or
read
read
back
them
to
all.
yourself.
You've been upping your fitness game. You've been shedding weight. You've been getting in great shape. What have you been doing recently to maintain that, to keep that going?
One trick, a real like waist slimming hack, is by using a sweat belt.
Oh.
So it's not to be confused with those hook and eye waist trainers.
Okay.
Not at all.
No.
You're actually working out with a sweat belt where your whole torso is going to be soaking wet.
Okay.
You could wear it around the house when you're doing your chores. That helps me a lot because right now I've got a lot of bloat, which is a side effect from the IVF.
Right.
And bloats, it really sucks. And you can also have that just having your period. So when you can just put something on and get immediate results from it, to me, it makes me so happy. You can, as often as you wear it, you'll just feel like you're kind of like a compression garment.
Okay. Interesting.
And hey, if you don't feel good, then just buy something like a size up, and that way you'll feel like, you know, whatever it is we're going through, just make sure you like the exercise. You feel like walking, cover yourself in a hat, make sure you wear a sunblock.
Sure.
You know, whatever you do, just don't pick something that you hate.
No, God, that's the worst idea.
Right.
Have you gone on a honeymoon yet?
No.
When's that happening?
I would like to know when that
Don't
is
get
happening.
mad at me. I wasn't delaying your honeymoon.
You did. You delayed it. I was going to go, and you were the exact reason why
exactly. I took the
couldn't
tickets
go.
from your hand.
We had some previous commitments for fundraisers for cancer research, and we thought that we were going to be pregnant, and we were just like thinking that it wasn't in the cards for us at this time. We didn't get pregnant. Oops, sorry about that. Yet, So we ended up staying home, but because we moved from our condo to a beautiful house, we love being there. Thank you. The house is like our vacation. We love our dogs. We love being at home. We love swimming in our pool and looking at this beautiful view. So these are the reasons why our staycation is kind of, it's better than okay.
But you'll take a honeymoon eventually.
I don't know when, but I'd like to.
You need to take a honeymoon.
I would like to, but I don't know when.
That's like the reward after getting married, the dessert to the meal of getting married.
Yes, that's true.
Lisa said, "Love you, MJ. Can't wait for Shahs to start."
Lisa, I cannot wait for Shahs to start either. I'm excited.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today. Shahs of Sunset premieres this week, August 2nd on Bravo.
Yes, it does.
Thank you, MJ. We loved having you.
Thank you so much. It was a good way to start a Monday, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Bye, guys.